When you talk about the Nintendo 64, it's pretty hard not to also talk about Rare. They're one of the best game developers of all time. I don't think that's an exaggeration to say, and I challenge you to argue against that statement because some of my favorite games were made by Rare. And looking at the Nintendo 64 especially, they just put out banger after banger. I don't have every Rare game on N64 physically. I used to probably back in the day. I'm missing several, but some of the highlights are definitely games like Banjo-Kazooie, an amazing 3D platformer collectathon, iconic, amazing game. If you haven't played it, highly recommend it. Banjo 2 is also excellent. I don't have that one myself. I actually never beat Tooie, but I have beat Kazooie back in the day. Such a great game. It's Donkey Kong 64. This game is, I feel like, pretty underrated. It gets a lot of flack for being a little bit, frustrating at times to play. There's a lot of padding involved. There's a lot of frustration the way that it's designed, but I have so many memories of this game growing up as a kid, and the iconic yellow cartridge is amazing looking. I love this game. Obviously one of the most famous N64 games of all time, one of the greatest video games ever made, GoldenEye 007. This was a landmark game. It was one of the first successful first-person shooters on home consoles using a controller. It was one of the most prolific licensed video games ever. They actually used the likeness of the actor on the cover of the game and in the game itself, based on a movie. Honestly, I would say that the game was bigger, more successful, and more highly regarded than the movie that it was based on. And that usually doesn't happen, but this game is legendary. It's a little bit dated, I would say. It's hard to play nowadays because the N64 only had one analog stick. Doesn't quite feel the same as what you might be used to nowadays using two analog sticks on most games, but if you were there, you remember, you kind of had to be there to really appreciate and love what GoldenEye was all about. But what if I told you this wasn't even the best shooter that Rare made on the N64? We have Perfect Dark. This was an original IP that Rare created for the N64. This game takes everything that was great about GoldenEye and makes it even better. This game is fantastic. It's an amazing game. Highly recommend playing it. It's great multiplayer, great single player, has a really cool campaign, sci-fi storytelling setting. You play as Joanna Dark, a really cool, awesome heroine, and this game's amazing. It is amazing. I'm honestly so disappointed that we haven't gotten more Perfect Dark, and there was a reboot in development before it got canceled. The game got canceled by Microsoft earlier this year, but the original is still excellent. Let me know what some of your favorite Rare games are, especially on N64. One of my other favorites that I don't have a copy of at the moment is Jet Force Gemini. Love that game, but let me know what some of your others are.